Football, often referred to as the beautiful game, is more than just a sport. It's a theater of emotions, rivalries, and unforgettable narratives. Among the many storylines that make football special, few are as compelling as revenge moments. Whether it's a player settling scores with a former team, a manager proving doubters wrong, or an entire squad seeking redemption after a humiliating defeat, football has seen its fair share of dramatic comebacks and payback moments. In this article, we explore some of the most iconic revenge moments in football history, where players and teams turn the tables in extraordinary fashion. Barcelona vs PSG, the miracle of Camp Nou, 2017. The UEFA Champions League round of 16 clash between Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain in 2017 is arguably the most famous revenge story in football. After being humiliated 4-0 in the first leg in Paris, Barcelona faced seemingly insurmountable odds in the second leg at Camp Nou. However, what unfolded that night was nothing short of miraculous. Barcelona mounted an unprecedented comeback, winning 6-1 and advancing with a 6-5 aggregate score. Neymar, who was instrumental with 2 goals and an assist in the dying moments, later described the match as one of the greatest nights of his career. This comeback wasn't just about progression, it was about restoring pride and silencing critics. Cristiano Ronaldo's hat-trick versus Atletico Madrid, 2019. Cristiano Ronaldo is no stranger to high-stakes drama, and his revenge against Atletico Madrid in the 2019 Champions League round of 16 was a masterclass in determination. After Juventus lost the first leg 2-0 in Madrid, many doubted their chances of overturning the deficit. But Ronaldo, who had a history of tormenting Atletico during his time at Real Madrid, delivered a stunning hat-trick in the second leg in Turin. His third goal, a penalty, was celebrated with his signature roar, a declaration that he had once again proven his critics wrong. Bayern Munich vs Chelsea, UEFA Super Cup redemption, 2013. In 2012, Bayern Munich suffered a heartbreaking loss to Chelsea in the Champions League final on their home turf. A year later, they faced the Blues again in the UEFA Super Cup. This time, Bayern were determined to exact revenge. The match ended in a dramatic penalty shootout, with Bayern emerging victorious. Manuel Neuer's decisive save and Jogi Martinez's last-minute equalizer in regular time were pivotal moments. For Bayern, this win wasn't just about lifting a trophy, it was about erasing the bitter memories of their previous defeat. Lionel Messi's goal against Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich, 2015. When Lionel Messi faced his former manager Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich in the 2015 Champions League semifinals, the narrative was set. Guardiola had left Barcelona in 2012 after leading them to unprecedented success, and this was his chance to prove he could outsmart his old team. Messi had other plans. In the first leg at Camp Nou, he delivered one of his finest performances, scoring twice, including a sensational goal that left Jerome Boateng sprawled on the ground. Barcelona won 3-0, and Messi's brilliance ensured that Guardiola's return to Camp Nou was a bitter one. Manchester United vs Manchester City. Wayne Rooney's overhead kick, 2011. The Manchester Derby has always been a fiercely contested rivalry, but the 2010-2011 Premier League season added extra spice. Manchester City were emerging as serious contenders, backed by their newfound wealth, and were eager to dethrone their neighbors. In a tightly contested match at Old Trafford, Wayne Rooney produced a moment of magic that became an instant classic. His acrobatic overhead kick sealed a 2-1 victory for Manchester United and served as a reminder that United were still the dominant force in Manchester. Zinedine Zidane's redemption, 1998 World Cup final. Zinedine Zidane faced heavy criticism leading up to the 1998 FIFA World Cup final. Despite his undeniable talent, many questioned whether he could deliver on the grandest stage. France's opponents, Brazil, were the reigning champions and favorites to win. Zidane has silenced his critics with a masterful performance, scoring 2-headed goals in the first half. France went on to win 3-0, and Zidane's heroics cemented his legacy as one of football's greatest players. The final was not just a triumph for France, but also a moment of personal vindication for Zidane. Real Madrid vs Atletico Madrid, Champions League Final, 2014. Atletico Madrid came agonizingly close to winning their first Champions League title in 2014. Leading 1-0 against Real Madrid in the final, they were seconds away from glory when Sergio Ramos scored a dramatic equalizer in the 93rd minute. Real Madrid went on to win 4-1 in extra time, crushing Atletico's dreams. The victory was particularly sweet for Real Madrid, who had been taunted by Atletico fans for years. It was a reminder that in the biggest moments, Los Blancos always found a way to prevail. Arsenal versus Tottenham, the Invincibles Derby, 2004. The North London Derby is one of the most heated rivalries in English football, and in 2004, Arsenal had the chance to rub salt in Tottenham's wounds. Having already secured the Premier League title, Arsenal aimed to complete their unbeaten season at White Hart Lane, Tottenham's home ground. A 2-2 draw ensured that Arsenal's Invincibles maintained their record, while Spurs were left to watch their rivals celebrate on their turf. A bitter pill to swallow. Liverpool versus Manchester United. Revenge for the 7-0 thrashing, 2023. In one of the most shocking results in Premier League history, Liverpool defeated Manchester United 7-0 at Anfield in 2023. This humiliating defeat was United's heaviest loss in decades and sparked widespread criticism of the team. While revenge in football isn't always immediate, this result will likely fuel United's motivation to turn the tables in future encounters. The historical significance of this fixture ensures that the rivalry will only intensify in the years to come. Portugal versus France, Euro 2016 final. France entered the Euro 2016 final as heavy favorites, having defeated Germany in the semifinals. They were also hosting the tournament, adding to the weight of expectation. Portugal, led by Cristiano Ronaldo, had other plans. Despite Ronaldo being forced off injured in the first half, Portugal held their own and secured a 1-0 victory in extra time thanks to Eder's stunning strike. For Portugal, this was not just a triumph but sweet revenge for their loss to France in the semifinals of Euro 2000. Inter Milan versus Barcelona, Mourinho's masterclass, 2010. When Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan faced Barcelona in the 2010 Champions League semifinals, it was more than just a tactical battle. Mourinho had been overlooked for the Barcelona managerial role years earlier, and this was his chance to prove them wrong. Inter won 3-2 on aggregate, despite playing most of the second leg with 10 men. Mourinho's dramatic celebrations at Camp Nou, running onto the pitch and pointing to the Inter fans, symbolize his personal and professional vindication. England versus Argentina, Beckham's redemption, 2002. David Beckham's infamous red card against Argentina in the 1998 World Cup had made him a national scapegoat. 4 years later, he had the chance to redeem himself when England faced Argentina in the group stage of the 2002 World Cup. Beckham scored the only goal of the match from the penalty spot, leading England to a famous victory. For Beckham, this was a moment of personal redemption, silencing his critics and proving his resilience. Revenge moments in football are more than just matches. They are stories of redemption, resilience, and restoring pride. These encounters remind us why football is not just a game, but a drama that unfolds on the pitch, captivating fans worldwide. Whether it's a player proving doubters wrong or a team seeking to avenge past defeats, these moments add layers of emotion and intensity to the beautiful game.